Welcome to the Redefine Podcast. All right, happy Thursday and happy podcast day to you. Welcome to the show if you're brand new. And of course, if you're an existing listener, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to take a little bit of a departure from our existing thread of conversations that we've been having in the last handful of episodes. And I want to talk about kindness. I think this is a conversation, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever talked about kindness before, but I was inspired to bring up this topic from a quote that I read on my Facebook feed. Excuse me. I was scrolling the other day on Facebook, as one would do, and I came across this quote that someone posted, and it goes something like this. My life got better when I realized I didn't have to be nice. Nice got me used, stressed out, and disrespected. I'm not nice. I'm a good person. So many things about this quote. Now you would think, a quote about being nice is, probably universally accepted and agreeable, but I immediately disagreed with this entire notion. First of all, is not being nice and being a good person not synonymous, right? Right? It doesn't make any sense. I think this quote is equating nice to doing everything that people ask of you, which is not nice at all. Like that doing everything that people ask of you has less to do with kindness and more to do with an inability to say no, right? It has more to do with people pleasing than anything else. Wanting to do good is fine. Wanting to be nice is fine. Wanting to be kind is totally fine. And it is completely separate from being disrespected and being stressed and being used, right? Like those. Being nice does not necessarily equate to those negative reactions out of people. And because it's their reaction, then you actually, it doesn't detract from you being nice. Oh, first of all, the quote starts off with, when I realized I didn't have to be nice. Nobody has to be nice. Of course, it's a choice, but why would you choose otherwise, right? It's very misleading. This quote as it opens up, like nice is a choice. Of course, it's a choice, but why would you not choose to be nice? And then it goes on to say, well, you shouldn't be nice because you'll get disrespected, you'll be stressed out, and you'll be used. That's not true. That's patently false, actually. Kindness, for me, to be kind and to be nice is unconditional. It should be unconditional anyways. Otherwise, it's not really pure kindness or the purity of what nice really means. If there's conditions, then it's transactional, and that's not being nice. You're just being transactional. If you're doing something for somebody and expecting, a high five or a thank you or even I appreciate it, gratitude, there's still conditions, right? Those are still conditions. And of course, the negative end of the spectrum, the extreme negative end of the spectrum is when people take advantage of you and disrespect you, which is rare. And I'll get into that in just a second. But to have those conditions on being kind isn't 100% kindness, right? It's transactional. For me, I always try to live my life with unconditional kindness. Of course, I'm not batting 1,000. I've said that before in the past about many things that I do, but I work on that, right? I work on always being open and being kind without condition and without any expectation of that kindness being returned. And so it doesn't matter what people do. 9 times out of 10, that kindness is actually returned, right? People respond kind with kind. People respond nice with nice. Again, this isn't to say you have to do everything that everybody asks of you. That is, I think I just said this, but that has more to do with your inability to say no and to be a people pleaser. But kindness, it can always be done. There's always an opportunity. I think it's the Dalai Lama that said that. You should always work to try to be kind, and there's always an opportunity. I'm butchering that quote, so if you're watching the video version of this, go look it up and leave the correct quote in the comment section below. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. there's always an opportunity to be kind, and I encourage you to really be kind without any conditions, without any expectations of that kindness being returned, and you won't be hurt, you won't be stressed out, and you won't be disrespected or taken advantage of. Sure, in the past, my kindness on the surface has seemed to be taken advantage of, and people have seemed to disrespect me, but again, that's on the surface. For me, I don't feel disrespected, I don't feel disadvantaged or taken advantage of. The people who may have taken my kindness and used it for their own gains or done whatever with it, that's on them. Once the kindness is given out, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. And the recipient of that kindness, it's up to them with how they want to treat it. Yeah. Will I, like in those situations, again, that's only like 1 out of 10, if that. But would I do it again? Would I give people the same kindness, knowing that there is a risk of that 1 out of 10 or 0.1 out of 10 that takes advantage and disrespects? Of course, all day long. Because again, my kindness, as I try to practice it, comes with zero condition and comes with zero expectation of getting anything in return. And so when I don't expect anything in return, whatever anybody else does with my kindness is it's up to them, and it doesn't affect me in the way that quote says it's going to affect you, right? Like, don't be nice because you'll be stressed and you'll be used and you'll be disrespected. Well, okay, I mean, if you let that affect you that way, it's because you have conditions on your kindness, right? Right. So yeah, it's kind of a ridiculous quote. Again, I get it, because people want to protect themselves. I understand that the sentiment of why this quote has gained a little bit of traction, because people, in this kind of, I don't know, polarized, adversarial type of world where it's everybody's at each other's necks, and like, we can feel like we need to protect and have barriers up and things like that. But I think what we need more of is we need more of openness, and we need more kindness. We need more people being nice without condition. And if you give kindness without condition, whether or not people take advantage of you or disrespect you or whatever, you'll never be stressed out, because you'll be okay with yourself having been kind, right? And that's the real gift of giving kindness, is that it gives you a certain level of inner peace that cannot be budged, right? So giving kindness unconditionally can lead to greater inner peace in your day-to-day life, as opposed to what this quote is saying, that it just brings you more stress. It's not true. It's not true at all. So don't believe the hype. And I know it's part of the soundbite, social media, short attention span world that we live in, and that, it's easy to kind of immediately agree with a quote that seems logical, but once you really dig into it, this particular quote and many quotes that get pushed and shared on social don't really make sense. It's a good soundbite, but from a principle standpoint, it may not be a good principle to live by. Right. So be kind, anytime you can, and there's always an opportunity, and don't have any conditions to your kindness, and that will bring further inner peace to your life. So that's my message for today. Happy Thursday. That hopefully that'll carry you through the rest of your week and into the weekend. And of course, we'll have a brand new episode on Tuesday next week. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.